So every community reacted differently to the Christianity. Yes, when missionaries came. When I talk of being keen and observant to the traditions, and also being a Christian believer, it means I'm a Christian, yes, but they have some things in the African setup that I really wish still existed today. He's the father to Arap Koitalel, the Koitalel Arap Samoei.
Social studies was
So this guy, whatever he prophesied, happened.
Yeah.
You get. So in other words, in the African setup,
Yeah.
there are also medicine men. There were also religious leaders, yes, and people were religious.
Okay.
Of course, people could pray and their prayers were being answered. So the only thing I don't know as Vincent is,
Who was answering them?
yes, is the same God that Christians pray to today and answer their question, the same God who answered the Africans' questions.
Wow.
That is the question that I've never gotten the answer.
Wow.
But of course, when they prayed,
There were
Yeah, they
answers,
got
yeah.
answers. Of course, they could also prophesy. And you know, for you to prophesy, it means you are led by a spirit.
So which spirit?
You are led by a spirit.
Yeah.
So I cannot tell whether Orkoyot's prophecy, for example, was led by a Holy Spirit or whichever spirit it was. But now what I know is,
They
even in the
prophesied.
African setup, they were religious. They prophesied things. There were medicine men who also helped in healing. You get. So if I was asked if I would really wish that we go back to the traditional setup, I would say yes.
Wow. And from your explanation, it means that African, we were not that badly off.
We were not bad.
Oh, okay. Not even badly.
Not even badly off.
Okay.
We were not bad. As Africans, we had our own respects. And you know, with African, there's this joke that is now coming about. The whites are trying to impose on us the LGBTQ thing. And of course, now Africans have also started supporting it.
Yeah.
Some Africans who are also part of it, some that are also not part of it, are also fighting for it as if it is a right. You get. With African traditional setup, such a thing could not even be talked of.
Be heard of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you could even speak of such thing, you'd be dead by tomorrow.
Okay.
You realize. So with the African setup, we were not even badly off. We were just okay.
We were just okay.
Yes.
Now, what do you think made us to embrace Christianity? Because it's something from the other place.
Okay.
And leave ours.
Christianity was so promising.
Hey, it's okay.
It was so promising. And whatever, the way it was brought to us, the way it was brought to our elders, it was so promising to a way that even you, as my good friend here, you could not dispute.
Okay.
But now, again, it was so funny because if you look at how Christianity was used, then you tend to ask yourself, if they are the people who came with Christianity and they are mistreating us this way, and the mistreatment they are trying to impose on us is against whatever they are preaching.
So, see, I think the group when you're looking at chapa watu see when you're later Christianity, I'm not sure, guys. I'm thinking.
You are thinking.
So help me understand.
Okay,
Were they the same people?
You are right. The very first people to came. Anyway,
To come.
there were explorers. There were missionaries.
Na kuna kuwa na
And then, of course,
colonists.
there are all those who now came as colonialists, right? But now, you could not just come as a colonial government and then impose yourself on people from nowhere.
Okay.
You have to use, even you today, if you want to convince me on something, and you know maybe it is something I won't accept, you'll find a way to, first of all, lure me into it.
Okay.
Right? So according to me, this is me now. I think, first of all, the missionaries were sent to clear the way. You see how John the Baptist cleared the way for Jesus?
Interfere na faith yangu.
No.
Okay, yeah.
I told you I'm a Christian believer. Yeah.
Nakupata.
Yeah, but now I believe, according to me, from my studies and observation, I told you I'm a keen observer. I believe that missionaries were first of all sent to clear the way. Once they've cleared the way,
And they got a few of us
yes,
in.
they got a few, actually a number. They got a number of us in, and then from there now, that is when now the colonial government now came in.
What if the colonial government just took an advantage of what the missionaries had done and they were not in one? Have you ever thought that way?
Okay, that can also be possible. That can also be possible, but very with
A minimal?
very minimal possibility, right?
Okay.
But I think, like as an individual, once missionaries came, then the colonial government now used that as a platform. You know, first of all, they came in a way as if they are offering help.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, as if they are offering help. And this help also, they could use this through the missionaries who had already came and made some friendship with with Africans. Through that, people now started collaborating. But now, communities that had their divine leaders prophesize of something weird going to happen started resisting. People like the Nandi now that I've just told you that, or Koriot had prophesied. Of course, they could build the railway line, but the Nandi people could steal those metallic things because they knew this snake that is being built here
will bring a problem to us.
Sure.
Yeah. Wow.
So I really believe missionaries were sent to clear the way.
Okay.
And then through that, now the colonial government now came in. And of course, you know, from the colonial government to date, if we are not very careful as Africans, we are going to be colonized again.
I know.
Because we still worship these people as if we still depend on them so much.
Okay.
We can't do our own things as Africans without involving them.
So what's your view, or what can you tell the Africans even as we conclude this talk?
As we conclude, I'd really wish that Africans, we embrace our culture.
Okay. Just address them directly.
Okay. Let's embrace our culture and let's ensure that you know with our culture there are also other things that are of the past.
Yeah.
They've been passed with time. So those things that are against the progress of humanity, we should not follow them. But now the culture, the traditions and beliefs that are for the progress of humanity, for our own good, and also for our own character and personality, morality in other words, we should really embrace them. And as Africans, we should see ourselves as a people.
Yeah.
Let us not worship other people as if they are God.
Yeah.
As we worship God the Almighty, let us also use our own skills. Let us use our own experiences to build our own roads. Let us build our own infrastructure. Of course, we are the richest continent in terms of resources.
Yeah.
If we can use these resources for our own good, we would be in a very good world, a better world. So let us not worship anybody. Let us respect them. Let us respect our own selves. And let us live as a people. Yes.
Wow, guys, this is Vincent, and he has just enlightened us on a way of appreciating our tradition and culture. And again, he has said some of the things that have just opened my mind, that most of the time we as Africans, we don't believe in what we can do. So thank you, Vincent, so much for that. I hope someone has just gotten a thing, or has just learned a thing, or someone who was green like me now is not green anymore. And I believe this one will be an eye-opener to someone. So thank you so much for accepting to come as Life Plus show. We appreciate so much, and thank you for your time, and thank you for your insight. Otherwise, guys, continue supporting Life Plus show, continue subscribing and making this place your place of rest and your place of getting information, because we never disappoint. Thank you so much and have a nice time.
Thank you.